Hey everyone, I hope your Tuesday is starting off great. I wanted to show you a quick update of those ultramel babies. It's funny because typically, more color comes in as they get closer to shedding for the first time. And then usually, you say up to 1, 2, 3, 4 sheds is when their colors really start to come in. And then as some of you know, as they become adults, sometimes those colors fade off. But this clutch, it's funny, even though they're getting deeper into shed, their colors are starting to come in even better, if you can start to see that there. It's pretty neat to see that their colors are popping in more, even though they're becoming more and more dulled by their skin shedding off. So, scales shedding off. So, but if anybody was curious about how I set these up, once they come out of their eggs, I put them in my 1065 rack, all in the same tub. I put a very, very, very wet paper towel in the bottom, so much so that there's usually some excess water kind of sloshing around. Not a lot, just a little bit. And what that does is it makes sure that they're kind of hydrated. I don't usually put water in it. It keeps them hydrated. It makes sure that their first shed comes off very easily. If they have any sort of leftover biomatter from the umbilical cord, that comes off a little easier too. So that's it. Put them in a tub so that way they get heat in the rack, not just wet paper towels, and that's it. If these paper towels get super dirty from them, losing any little pieces of the umbilical cord, I'll just replace the paper towels. But that little bit of a mess there, I don't typically worry about. So hopefully again by the end of the week, they are ready to show you guys how cool they look. I'm very curious to see. I think, actually, let me get them back out one more time here so we can kind of talk about it a little bit. I'm thinking what we're looking at here, the more I look at them, the more I talk about them, as I think this one here, let me balance this a little bit. I think these are all, I think that other than the two ultramels that are super yellow, I think these are all bamboos, to be honest. I think this is a crazy bamboo combo. I think this is bamboo, that's bamboo. I know these are bamboo. I know that's bamboo. This is, I think, just a crazy bamboo combo. I have no idea about these two ultramels. I would guess they're not, judging by the pattern, because bamboo's pretty overwhelming, as you can see in this snake here. I mean, you can tell that's a bamboo pattern. You can tell that's a bamboo pattern. You can tell that one's bamboo pattern. But this one, because there's so much else going on, it doesn't really look like bamboo. So with these two ultramels, I'm not sure. But these two are definitely bamboos. I'm 99% sure they're not ultramel, but I'm not 100% positive yet because there could be other stuff in there, especially this one because it's a little lighter. I think this one, the pigment's dark enough that I think it's not bamboo or not ultramel. So that's what I think's going on there. I just think I hit a crazy amount of bamboo. I think at least in 4 of the snakes, if not more, once those other 2 ultramel shed. But then the other thing I wanted to show you is my lightning pied females are coming along very well. This girl, this is the first one to shed, which was on April 12th. So by this weekend, she should be laying her eggs. She looks enormous. And this is the female that laid the clutch for me back in, I think it was 2022 she laid. So she's had 2 full years off at this point, because I think she actually laid her on this time, because I think they hatched in July of that year. So she is looking terrific. She's looking huge. All I can hope is that this is a big clutch, because I have big things for it. I mean, this is these 2 clutches here, and this is the other female. She just shed on, I don't know why she's in the cool side, but she just shed on the 4th, which was 3 days ago. So she should be due, assuming she didn't reabsorb, by the beginning of June. But this is really kind of a big part of my early season here, because this clutch is going to produce lightning pieds. Half of the babies should be lightning pieds, which is MJ xanthic pied, and half of the babies should also be het clown. At the very worst with this clutch, we are going to get pied het MJs. That's like the very worst case scenarios. We're getting pied het MJs, because the dad's visual pied. He's double het MJ clown. The mom's obviously an MJ pied. So the worst thing we can get is pied het MJ and pos het clown. And the dad's also OD blade. So the ramifications of this clutch are huge. Half of the babies should be visual lightning pieds, and that's huge. It's absolutely huge, especially factoring in the fact that half of the babies should also be het clown, which I can test for. This is going to be the first clutch from this male where I can guarantee MJ is in every baby, whether it's visual or not, and then I can test for clown so that I know which babies are triple recessive babies and which ones aren't, which is going to be huge for me as the breeder, trying to figure out which snakes I'm keeping back, holding back, and which ones I can release. And if I get fantastic odds, that's going to honestly raise the sticker price for anything I'm selling. If I get lucky and have a big clutch and have a bunch of visual MJ pieds, and let's say, if there are two males in this clutch and they're both visual lightning pieds and they're both het clown, I don't need two of those because I already have the dad. He's a proven breeder. A visual lightning pied that's het clown is an upgrade over dad, especially if they have OD and blade. Even if they don't, it's still an upgrade, because I can guarantee the dad's passing along MJ to the babies because he's a double visual. But if I'm able to release a second male that's double visual lightning pied and het clown, that snake is going to give me a lot bigger of a sticker price than a pied het clown pos het MJ xanthic. So, it's huge. I am just honestly hoping for, I get the clown is a nice extra if they end up being het clown. What I'm hoping for in that clutch is a ton of eggs. I feel like I'm due at this point with the odds that I've had so far with everything else not working out. I'm due to have a nice big clutch. It's a proven male. It's a proven female. That male has bred everything. He was only breeding 2 females at this point in time, so I'm hoping that does him, ensures that we have a healthy clutch. She's been off for a year and a half before I actually started breeding her again, so hopefully that helps with her producing a healthy clutch. And let's just keep our fingers crossed that we kill the odds, get a bunch of eggs and a bunch of visuals. I have a lot of poop to clean today, as I saw. It's after feeding day. So a lot of these tubs might be extremely dirty. But these two, I just put him in here like 10 minutes ago, and he's already sort of courting her. So this female I've been breeding for a year. Nothing's happened with her. She's a leopard firefly pos OD clown het pied. He's a super OD YB fire clown pied. And she recently started getting bigger follicles. She's a huge girl, so this is some really cool potential for clown pied babies here. So that they are pairing up. This is the first time I've put this male in here. I am trying him to any proven females possible to get him going. He's an ODYB pinstripe leopard confusion double het DG clown male from Canova. And this is a pastel DG female that I that I bred last year, ready to go again. So I'm just trying to get him to anything that's a visual clown or visual DG. I originally wanted to breed him to all my DG clown females, but because he's just having such a rough time locking up, even though he's over a year old And as you can see, he's pretty darn big. He's just not doing the deed. I'm just trying to get him in with proven females to see if that actually helps stem anything. So hopefully, you know, we get something there. This guy, this is the first time I put him in with her. She's a pastel clown. I think there's a possibility of her being yellow belly. There's something else, but I don't know. He's a black pastel, red stripe, cypress, possible redhead, possible yellow belly clown that I picked up from JP Reptiles Canada. You know, this is his first season. He's a very angry boy, but he eats every week, and he's hopefully going to be a good breeder for me. That blade, that OD blade pied double het MJ clown male is being bred to these two big OD blade clown females that I have. Hopefully just trying to make super OD, super blade clowns that are het pied pos het MJ. I think for that project, it's going to be awesome. At the end of the day, trying to make super OD, super blade clown pied, and then, you know, mixing the MJ in there as well. But super OD, super blade clown pied is really what I'm trying with these. So that's him there. I'm actually waiting. I trust the seller that I got him from, but I'm going to shed test him anyways. It was sold to me as a leopard yellow belly red stripe triple het clown pied DG. I'm going to send in his shed here after he's done, just to verify that those hets are accurate before I continue to breed him anymore to anything else. So, you know, obviously I'm breeding him to DG clown stuff, and I want to make sure I'm getting DG clowns out of it, not just, you know, visual recessive combos. So hopefully he sheds by the end of the week, and I can dry that out and send it in. Hopefully, I don't know. I haven't looked into RGI recently. They have the fast shed tests, and they're actually doing 2 for $4 right now, where if you buy 2 fast shed tests and you write which 4 you want, like you have to write like 2 for $4 on the envelope or something. They're actually going to give you 4 shed tests for the price of 2. So I'm going to send that in, you know, get the 3 recessives tested, and I guess probably test red stripe as well, just to make sure it's in there. I mean, the guy, when I bought him earlier in the year, was 100% confident that what he produced from him was all the hets were in there, but I don't want to test it. That's one of those things to me where I just want to be sure, want to be positive before I breed him any further to certain projects, because he's had 3 locks with this OD vanilla clown het DG. He had 1 lock with this super pastel NC DG clown, and then he's had 2 locks with these 2 DG clown females. This is a pastel, this is a pastel NC. So, I mean, he's had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's had roughly 8 locks between a bunch of females at this point. I mean, that might be enough to kind of get those females to go, but if he doesn't prove out, I don't want to keep breeding him to those specific projects. You know, it's going to depend on what his genes are. If he's DG clown, that's fine. But if he's, you know, clown pied, probably won't be breeding him to those females anymore. But it might be too late. My problem was these females were ready to go. That confusion combo male wasn't doing anything, and I didn't have any other options. He was, that red stripe was my backup option. So, you know, hopefully at the end of the day, he is what he's supposed to be, and those locks are good locks for me, because some of those girls are already starting to build. This OD vanilla clown het DG, actually, I think I picked her up from Straight Fire. She's already at 21. She's got 3 locks already, so she's already on her way to kind of going. And the last thing I'll show you guys today is this clown pied female. She's building. I mean, she's over 30. She looked a little more swollen yesterday, so I don't know if I missed the ovulation on that or not. But she was bred to that OD blade pied double het DG clown male, or MJ clown male. So, you know, looking for OD Blade Clown Pieds in this clutch that are POS head MJ. So that is it for today. I need to go through, I need to get this video posted, but I need to start going through and cleaning poop because everybody has literally made a giant mess today. So I have a lot of dirty stuff to clean up. So I'll get this posted, we'll do that, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow.